Hi, I have just received all the products from the Hourglass Sculpture Holiday Collection, and in this video I'm going to share them with you. I'm going to apply them on me, swatch them, do some comparison swatches with other shades from Hourglass and other brands, and finally I will tell you my opinion about them. So if you are interested in this content, just keep on watching. If you are already part of my YouTube family, thank you for returning, and if you are new to my channel, my name is Marisa. Welcome! In here we talk about everything beauty and lifestyle, focusing on over 50 issues. So if you think that this content might interest you, please consider subscribing and following me on Instagram. Hourglass has just released this year's holiday collection, and I have to say that the packaging is truly amazing. It's the typical gold packaging, but this time, in accordance with the name of the collection, Sculpture, the packaging is faceted, almost like a jewel. And the collection includes an edit palette with the typical 6 pans of product, and a mini palette, which is an edited version of the Unlock palette that was released 2 years ago and re-released last year in the Ghost packaging, as well as 2 Confession lipsticks, which I will show in a short while. Let's start with the palettes first. Just like last year, this year's palette has 3 new shades and 3 that are already part of the standard collection. So these 2 ambient lighting powders are the dim light and the diffused light, and this blush here on the bottom right corner is mood exposure, and these 3 shades are cult favorites from Hourglass. I personally have this blush in individual packaging, and it's a beautiful mauve, dusty rose mauve shade. The first of the 3 new shades is this one here on the right top corner, and this is called Glistening Strobe Light, and it has a very soft beige shade. Then we have here on the bottom left corner a new bronzer, which is named Natural Bronze Light. And finally we have here a strobe blush, so a blush that has some shimmer in it, and this new blush is called Vibrant Flush, and it translates as a very soft coral. Hourglass has made this year a curated version of the Unlock palette, and I have to say I'm very happy with this because I didn't get the Unlock palette 2 years ago, and in here they have placed everything that we need for a look, more than we need. Finishing powder, which was launched for the Unlock palette specifically, a bronze, a blush, and a highlighter. And the shades on this palette are really very beautiful, and I understand what is the hype all about regarding the Unlock palette. But if you already have the Unlock, this will be perhaps one to pass. Let's go now to the application. I'm going to use the dim light. And the bronzer. This is super pigmented, as you can see, so very lively. Ooh. Definitely need to be very careful. you have a light medium skin like me. And now for the blush, and I'm going to use the new shade. This is pretty. And now for the highlighter. It's very pretty as well. I was a little bit afraid that it was going to be too golden, but no, it blends very well in the skin. Let's go now for the lipsticks. I mean, it's simply amazing. So in here we have the deep rose shade, which is called At Dawn. So this is At Dawn. And this is a beautiful shade, and it goes perfectly with the vibrant blush. And on the refill that looks almost like a cigar, we have the other shade At Dusk, which is the cranberry one. And of course this shade of lipstick was made to go perfectly with the Mood Exposure blush. So let's see. And this is how At Dusk looks like. And this is a beautiful red. Not the best application. It has less brown than the At Night shade, more pink, but definitely a red. I'm going to show you now swatches of the lipsticks against others in order for you to have some points of reference. So what is my opinion on these products? Well, for me the lipsticks are a no-brainer. I like this formula, the Confession lipstick. The packaging is amazing, and I think the shades are more wearable actually than the ones from last year from the Ghost Duo, because this is a warm nude but still wearable, not too light, which I think it's important, and this is a red that I think will go well with both cool and warm shades. Regarding the mini unlock, I have to say this was a great idea, and I'm definitely very happy with it. Both the bronze and the blush have beautiful shades. This Ambient lighting powder, I think I need to try it, but I will definitely be able to pull it off. And this Champagne, I mean, it's a beautiful highlighter, and as I hope you saw on the swatches, this is definitely the most metallic, impactful highlighter from all the ones that I have here from Hourglass. But it has a beautiful shade, and if you buff it into the skin, it becomes a more natural look. All in all, if you don't have the unlocked palette, but you always thought about it and remain here in the back of your head, this is a great mini, because you will not have to pay additionally for the dim light and the diffuse light that we get in all the other palettes. Regarding the edit from this here, my biggest surprise was definitely the bronzer. I really was not expecting for this bronzer to be so intense. I have other reddish undertone bronzers, but I think this one is probably the darkest one that I have in my collection, and I'm totally sure that this will show up in a medium, even tan skin. This highlight, it's definitely not like the one in the unlocked palette. It's much softer. When you buff it on the skin, it's there, but it's not as impactful as the one from the Unlocked. And to be honest, I don't mind that at all. I prefer an highlighter that is less impactful. Regarding this one, I think it's beautiful, but I'm not sure how this will translate in deeper skins. Probably has a highlighter. For me, it's a little bit too shiny because I have unfortunately too much texture in my skin to be able to pull this kind of shiny blush, but it's beautiful. Of course, as an edit palette, you also have the two ambient lighting powders, and this is something that I'm starting to have a collection of the dim and diffuse light powders. I really hope that they start to bring out edit palettes with other shades of powders, although I understand that it's not easy. Do I recommend it? In terms of quality performance, absolutely. The powders are gorgeous as usual, very flattering on mature skins. It's only a question if you like the shades that are in here, if you already have them in your collection, or if you are a collector of edit palettes from Hourglass. I have to say, the packaging, it's already all fingered up, but as you can see, it's absolutely gorgeous. Really puts the Ghost one to a corner. And that's it. I'm sorry this video is a little bit more rushed, but I will not be at home in the next 2 days and it would not be possible for me to film, so I thought it would be better just to give to you my first impressions and all the swatches I could do today in order for you to have an idea of how the different powders perform on my skin.